welcome back to another live stream, guys. Of course, I'm not by myself. I got Josh, I got Sonic, I got Mike. Guys, we're talking about the first episode of Loki, which is the new one come out tomorrow. So,
if you
any
don't
thought?
do my intro, you got
No. I'm sorry. Josh, please introduce yourself. My bad. I'm sorry.
The intro correct. It's your boy. It's Nero to the zero to the meet Nickelodeon hero.
All right, seeing how we doing all that, I challenge you for your title. All right, Mr. Nero Hero.
Sonic, no.
Win this next match in Tekken. I'm Nero Hero now.
That's how it works. Doing that. I'm never betting my name.
That's how it works.
No, it don't. No, it don't. There's no.
No, it don't. No, we don't. Sonic, why you? Sonic, what part of saying do not trigger this man? And we need to stay on topic.
No, he not triggering me. But who are you, sir? Ronald Reagan? Get off me.
Whoa. Now, Ronald Reagan was an evil man.
Evil genius. You said that earlier.
I would much rather say Richard Nixon. He was way evil.
I hate it.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. We're stupid, dog. But how y'all doing? So anyways,
Quirky again enhance ignorance. Anyway, go.
I got my Nintendo brothers over here, bro. Let me tell you. But
I'm on that part Nintendo. You can't be saying that. That's our word.
oh my god.
I can't. Oh my god, Sonic. Back to Loki.
We are talking today about Loki episode 1. Anybody first? Who wants to start off? Mike, let's give you the floor.
Mike. Mike, I'll let you start first, Mike. Go ahead.
I like how you ask who wants to start off and then just give it to Mike.
Shut up, Sonic.
We don't want to give it to you right now.
You don't want to get right.
I bring good points. I've seen the show too, but bring.
Oh my god, bro! You keep
shut up, Mike. Go. Just go, Mike. Just go, Mike. Yeah. Just go.
This man is like 2.5 seconds away from being muted. Anyway, so yeah, Loki. I like first episode was like solid. It actually exceeded my expectations for the show. I kind of felt like the whole time thing, I didn't know exactly how it was gonna work, but the way they did it was like a solid beginning to a good story. Am I mad that it's only 6 episodes long? Yeah, it's probably a little bit too short. The only thing that I was just like, what about is Owen Wilson's character. Like, why?
Yeah, Owen Wilson's character. Why did
Owen Wilson to play this man?
I actually like it. I actually do like Owen Wilson's character, bro. His character is was it Mobius?
So is Owen Wilson the
The
other guy?
Bro, every time I see him talk, it reminds me of Wedding Crashers. I don't know about you.
Okay, so that's all I thought about the whole time was Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
Help but look at his nose, bro.
Same here, bro. Cause he still talks the same. Like
his nose is his trademark. It's his image. It's his image.
Why is it so
that
shiny,
man with
though?
his zigzag
Why is it
nose
so
that
shiny,
he got,
bro? Tell me that.
They try to cover up the zigzag, bro.
Tell me y'all didn't see that shine on that nose in the episode. Tell me you didn't see that shine on that nose.
That man had his nose broken like 3 times in 15 different places, bro. I promise you. Like, dude, that's all I could think about was his nose.
That is the other guy that's trying to help Loki, right? He's
trying to recruit Loki.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
We don't know that yet. We don't.
We still. I don't think we know that the Timekeepers. Their whole thing is trying to preserve time.
Remember, I often say, remember, he was supposed to be getting resetted because he was off.
Oh yeah.
But they took him to where he was to show him what happened in the future.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good though.
They even saw
how
he
did Loki
died.
How did Loki get in trouble?
Thanos. Oh, you talking about
who made the mistake? Hulk or something? Who made the mistake?
The reason why Loki got in trouble for it is because Loki actually initiated a time
like a time paradigm. Yeah, time jump.
It was a time paradigm, right? So the reason why the Avengers didn't get in trouble for it, Owen Wilson said it, is, and Loki asked that question too. He was like, okay, so why am I the only one that's getting in trouble for it? The Avengers should have been in trouble too because they were the ones sitting here jumping time. And he said that should have happened. That was
they told him
that was supposed to happen. And him doing what he did to where his mother died was supposed to happen too. And then when he saw how he died after he tried to escape, you saw how he realized everything.
Yeah, bro,
powerful than everything that was out there. Because even the Infinity Stones was there, and they was useless in the TVA.
Let me explain the Infinity Stones though.
There's no such thing as magic in that area.
In the air. Then you also gotta remember this that the Infinity Stones only work in the area that they came from. Let's say the Infinity.
I forgot about that.
Cause the dude say that the guy say I got a lot of these, and I was like, oh snap! So that's why they ain't work. It's not from their universe. And like I said, it's like it don't work there.
No, but so they had it. So everything that's in there, even the cube, doesn't work. And he had finally realized that there was something more powerful than all the objects.
So I wonder this. That police department, let's just call it a police department. That police department.
TVA.
Is this? Yeah, TVA. The TVA. It's not on a planet. From what it looks like, it's not on a
I thought it was like in between time. That's what I thought.
Is it a floating entity on its own that's floating in between the Nexus? And they're using the Nexus powers
that's a good
to
question.
travel?
I think they are in the flow of time, and they are there in a time to where they cannot destroy time nor recreate time.
That's what the Nexus sounds like. That's what the
right.
They are.
I don't think this is
it's nothingness, but it's everything at the same time.
Yeah, I think
what if it's like the center of almost of everything? You know, like what if it's like that? What's kind of like the center of everything? Cause that's what I was thinking.
It could be.
But see, even if you say that, right, the Nexus binds everything together.
I would go with Mike saying is in the Nexus area because this is not destroying time, it's not causing ripple in time, but it's also not recreating it.
Time,
right. Yeah, time don't exist there.
That's what I said. So that's why I'm agreeing with you. So it's just like,
and then on top of that, the little Easter egg with Stan Lee on the billboard.
Oh yeah. Watchers. Yep.
The Watchers are Nexus beings.
We read you, widow.
What's your status?
So,
I mean, I
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Eternals are Nexus beings too, and they showed the Eternals.
Yeah, they showed it. So Mike, I agree with you. Like the whole episode thing.
King to Conquer next.
Yeah, cause
they were saying that the middle head, the one that was right behind the judge, is supposed to be King the Conqueror.
Oh.
Can't invite you streaming right now.
Yeah.
So now here's the question. Is TVA good guys or bad guys? Because if they're working with King the Conqueror, then they gotta be bad guys.
So, but what if like they're that I don't want to say necessary evil, but like what's the word I want to use? Like a term I want to say.
Like neutral?
Yeah, like neutral. Like okay,
so
like
you're saying they're like the Watchers.
Yeah, like but then like the only thing with the Watchers is they really can't interfere until we get the Fantastic Four and Galactus. But that's
they technically are the Watchers because if you realize that, remember when Loki actually wanted to speak to the Hold on, who y'all talking about?
No, I'm just TVA.
They are not the Watchers, but they are similar, almost close to the Watchers that are directing the flow of time because they can't come to where they're at because they still gotta keep the flow of time intact. They are literally using their powers to keep the flow of time in one sacred timeline. That's why they have the other ones that are similar. Mind you, they said they are almost like the Watchers or at least similar to them.
Right,
They can still make demands or do this or do that, even because they are chosen by the Watchers. They are created by the Watchers.
They weren't chosen or created by the Watchers. They weren't.
They said it was created. Oh, hold on.
It wasn't the Watchers.
Said he was created.
They were created, yeah, but they weren't
the three guys. The
See, but then now everybody is saying that the middle guy, the heads, the floating head,
it's Kane.
Behind the judge was Kane the Conqueror.
Right. So now, if that's the case, so then I wonder where, cause I know, like, again, 6 episodes is not enough time to do everything, and that's why I kind of hate it. I get it, they do it because they want to test the waters and stuff like that. But
they might explain it on these. You gotta realize these 6 episodes also are hour long.
Which I think is good.
They might explain enough more to where you can understand more of what's going on, but I know. But I can see what you're talking about, Mike. Where I can, like I said, I can see what you're talking about. But before I lose the start, because I was saying earlier, they were trying to recruit.
Did he?
It's back.
Yeah.
I'm here. It's back. Okay. My controller went off. I was gonna say, basically, they was trying to recruit Loki. Well, not.
Yeah.
The guy Owens character was trying to recruit Loki because the fact of they was hunting another him. They was actually hunting him. Thing is, nobody explained how another Loki was running around, knowing how he know the time stuff, how he know about the time bombs, and how he's taking out every unit by unit, and know when they come and stuff. That the only person who can actually know how Loki moves and how Loki goes is either Thor, or Loki, or not Loki, Thor or Loki, and Loki himself is. And Thor himself is not there, he's not part of that because he never violated a time thing. Loki did, but instead of being resetted, they trying to give him an alternate option to help locate him. Because remember, if you looked at the trailers or whatever, they show him in his god uniform, and then his the prison suit, and then in like a cop-looking attire, undercover cop-looking attire, detective attire with the time thing on the jacket. So he's probably gonna be a temporary TVA member or whatever to help or look for him to stop him from damaging time. Because he even admitted himself at the end of the episode he was weak and he was implementing fear to other people to show he was greater or whatever, or to be king. He had to realize what he was doing himself.
Anybody else thought the scene was funny when he told that guy, "I'm gonna gut you like a fish," and that guy didn't know?
Oh, that junk was funny.
That shit was funny. But that just also goes to show that their existence is only within itself.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I agree. That's definitely true.
To everyone else, they don't exist.
Now, question: do you think they go have an explanation for why the other Loki is running loose?
I hope they do. Like I said, it's 6 episodes. We got hours, so you got time. You got somewhat a lot of time to tell in an hour, but I don't know.
All right,
because then you don't want to get rushed.
I have
a theory. I have a theory about it of how.
Okay, what's your theory? And I'll tell you my theory.
Yeah.
My theory is they already had captured the first Loki, but somehow he escaped, and he knows enough about the time stuff to where he can know what goes on, what they not what knows what goes on, but knows how to use the time stuff, how to travel between time, and to be able to stop the the TVA, because he has wiped out at least 6. Last time the episode went off, he at least
like
wiped
6
out 7 units.
Yeah, 7
he wiped
units,
out 6. The 7th one was at the end of the episode. He wiped it. That was the 7th unit he wiped out, and he was able to know when they were coming because he took them out without them knowing that somebody was there looking for them or coming to get them and take them out. Because remember, when we first saw Owen's character, he said they didn't even know what was coming. The unit that got wiped out, they was expecting, because the way they was laid out, they didn't know what was coming.
I was coming. Right.
So
shut up, Sonic. I'm so tired of this man right now.
See, okay, so here's my thing.
Go ahead.
I get what you're saying.
I hope Sonic does not
interrupt you either. It does make a lot of sense. But here's my thing. It's like, and this is kind of like piggybacking off of what Josh is saying too. It's like, how did they not know what was coming through the TVA? That's right. And then two, if Loki, because like that's what I was thinking too. Like, okay, so what if Loki is that same Loki that he's chasing? Like he's chasing his exact self within a different timeline, but he did get captured, like how Josh was saying, and then he just kind of like groomed himself to know more about the TVA to avoid the TVA. That was the first thing that kind of just went through my mind. But then on the other hand, it was just like, the more I thought about it, it's like, okay, so what if this isn't really even Loki? What if this is just another shapeshifter? What if it could be the scroll?
Oh, not that, but remember, remember with what Marvel doing this time, they are going through the whole multiverse theory thing. So maybe, just maybe, what if this is Loki, but it's somebody else?
A multiverse, another
multiverse.
Loki. Yeah.
So here's
I don't know about that.
Here's my question.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if y'all caught this or not. But when Loki first went in there, right?
Yeah.
The secretary that was sitting there, the guy that he told that he was gonna gut him like a fish. Did y'all see who was on the other side of that roundabout? Desk?
No.
No.
A scroll?
Yeah.
I think I did see it. I just didn't.
I didn't notice.
I probably ain't pay that. Yeah, I probably ain't noticed it.
I was finna say I don't know about that if it's an only multiverse Loki, because remember they had stuff issues to where it wasn't supposed to be another multiverse down there because it's supposed to be one sacred timeline. People are supposed to follow to the end of what
they keep saying
is.
And every time they say
the timeline is just one thing. It holds all the universes.
As they keep saying one timeline.
True, but
they
the
keep
reason
saying it, I get this like Nazi ideology feeling every time they say it, because they always say it the same robotic.
The reason why I don't agree with it, because here's the thing: if they say it's Loki, and they tell Loki they chase after him, when they show the person attacking the 7th unit, they didn't show his face. So it could. So what I felt like, since they didn't show his face, I'm thinking they would have showed his face, or he would have revealed himself, but he didn't. So what I'm thinking is could be Loki, but it could not be. It could be a different thing, like Mike said, shapeshifter. Could be a scroll thing, for all we know. Because usually when they reveal a villain,
I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, because of the whole like trolling thing that everybody's been doing online.
Right.
You know, it might not even be that far-fetched. And Sonic, please shut up when I say this, bro, because I know you got something to say to this.
When does he always have something to say?
I'm gonna back this up right now, all right?
AIM won't be taking
There's a
prisoners.
possibility. Don't shoot me for this. But there's a possibility that it also could be Mephisto. And the reason why I'm saying this,
I'm laughing because Sonic laughing. I'm laughing because Sonic laughing.
I know. But listen. It sounds so stupid. But right now we can't rule it out. The reason why I'm saying that is because when they interviewed the kid in France in like 1869, he asked them who did this.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good theory.
He pointed to the devil. And then on top of that, like how Josh was saying at the end of the episode, the quote Loki killed everybody else, but they didn't show his face.
And usually when they reveal who the enemy is, they usually show a face. But this time they didn't.
They did.
Now this is my thing. Okay, go ahead.
It could be Mephisto. It could be any other shape-shifting entity in Marvel. It could also be Nightmare. It could be so many different possibilities.
Yeah, like I said, don't give me a possibility. Because speaking of possibilities, I'm gonna say this, and don't laugh at me, because now I'm thinking, what was the female Loki that everybody want to see so much?
I'm
just saying.
Because even right now,
hey, look at the.
Hold on, time out. True, I don't disagree with you on that. Because the thing is, you gotta also look at. True does point out a good point. Marvel and like other hero shows, if you look at everything that revolves around the heroes that we see now and today, everything they've been doing, like a lot of these people have been trying to change up some of these stories, or even change up the characters, because they have been changing a lot of stuff. Because remember, all right, let's use this for example. Going back on what True said about Starfighter's daughter, they tried to portray her as mainly gay, and the thing is like, they shouldn't have to focus on something like that or do anything like that. It should be just focused on the character that she actually is, but they don't do that.
Right.
So what's to say they do? So it could be a possibility they do introduce a female Loki, because it could be a first time thing. Because remember, if you remember, if you remember correctly, Captain Marvel was I wouldn't say originally a dude, but at first, when I first saw Captain Marvel or thought about or read about Captain Marvel, he was a dude. Then when the movie comes out, she is a female and not a dude. And basically, Captain Marvel was technically what? Shazam, but then they gave him his own moniker. And then he was a Marvel character, but he was still a dude. But this time they introduced Captain Marvel as a female. So they could introduce a female Loki as an alternate thing.
But yeah, I know.
Marvel, but still, they still changed it up. So what's to say they won't do the same thing? They've been changing up a lot of characters lately. I mean, Marvel has been changing
this before you started talking, but
I mean, you been towards me this entire time, bro.
Not really.
You just said something gross earlier. They said ew.
Never mind. Shut up.
But continue. Yeah, finish what you're trying to say.
Loki has been a female before. In fact,
that's what I'm saying.
Trickster, being the trickster that he is, him being a female now would be nothing new entirely.
I'm just saying they would introduce it to the movie now, or into the show.
If you kind of go into the actual like Nordic mythology of Loki, Loki was actually a gender neutral, or transsexual.
Or gender fluid, however they call it.
Or gender fluid. So
where the term is.
I mean, like how Sonic was saying, it won't be that far-fetched for us to see a female Loki. It's gonna throw a lot of people off, but no, Loki.
That was
dang.
That was a sign. That was true saying that we might have female Loki. That was true.
Yeah. No, but Sonic kind of.
Yeah, but again, Sonic.
That's why I did. No, true said it.
I backed up True on it. I said I ain't disagree with it because there's a possibility they could introduce it into the show. Never said that there was never a female Loki in any comics or anything, but when it comes to show and movies, that's when they introduced the alternate characters.
Now,
that was either
what I kind of want to see
is
a female Cap, and I don't think we're gonna get that.
Yeah, we are. We're getting what's her name? Peggy Carter in What If.
Oh, in What If? Yeah, Peggy.
It might happen for all we know. If they make another Avengers movie, they might do that too. Because remember in the comics there was a female Iron Man.
What's her name? Ironheart.
Ironheart. No,
she's a whole nother.
She's her own thing.
Yeah, she's her own thing. But piggyback what Josh was saying.
I thought was good. My fault.
Like. No, but piggyback what I can say, because like the reason is I can say like the Loki being gender neutral, gender fluid. That's been way part of his mental even before the comics and stuff like that. So again, like I said, because since Marvel really is kind of dive into the whole multiverse, because that's what seems like it's about to go. Look what's happening with Spider-Man. Look what's going to happen with Doctor Strange.
I'm almost glad nobody heard me say that.
Sorry, I'll have to do that
at this point in time, bro.
You got one more time before.
I mean that booting button, the ultimate boot sounds kind of good right about it.
No, we ain't even got to boot him, bro. We ain't even gonna disrespect man like that. But you got one more time before I mute you. But you be a menace right now. You be a menace to society right now.
Yeah, this man is exaggerating so hard. True said dive in. I was already kind of whispering under my breath.
This man is a menace to society.
So again, we all know what's on Sonic's brand. Just want to make sure we're clear on that right now.
Yeah, it may sound like he need a break for a hot second to do. I ain't gonna say it because we on stream, but we know what we talking about.
Do you
need a break, Sonic? We could pause it.
We could. Yeah, you good, Sonic?
I was just making jokes, bro.
Took a long time to answer that question, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Sound like he already started, bro. He just
That's so dumb, shit.
But that's my like I said, like I really feel like again Mephisto's not out. I forgot what the other guy you
female
said.
Loki,
Female Loki, Scroll. Yeah, so it's not like
there's so many
I can't rule it out. I really can't. You're right. It's definitely possible.
I would say this is the great thing about my bad. Go for it. My fault.
No, you good. No, you good. Go on.
No, I interrupted you. That was my fault. Shit. My fault.
No, you good. But like I said, none of those. I can't really rule none of those out because again, this is just the first episode. We don't know what we're gonna get. Like I said,
either way. Yeah.
Right.
That's shenanigans ain't no telling.
That's what I like about Marvel. It could go either way.
I feel like the strongest possibility is that there could be a scroll that's mimicking Loki, and the reason why I'm saying that is because the Captain Marvel 2 is about to come back out, or the Marvels or whatever it's called.
Marvels, yeah, whatever it's called.
Is coming out, and you know the biggest thing between Captain Marvel and everything else is the scroll. Now, in the
Scroll, baby, I can't wait till we get.
Oh, bro, but
books, the scroll are bad guys.
Right. That's true. That's very true.
That's why it's a strong possibility that could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they
the Kree are all bad too.
But
I don't know. I think only one Kree was bad. I think
weren't good neither. They weren't.
Bad.
I just think that they just did their own thing.
Oh yeah, the same thing with whatever Adam Warlock's race is called.
Here's my. Hold on, I got.
Well, wasn't Adam Warlock more or less of an Eternal?
I got an opinion.
I have an opinion. No, I don't know. But sorry, Josh, what you about to say?
I have an opinion.
Okay.
I can say it. Okay. All I was gonna say was I agree with Mike. It could be a strong possibility of that, but I'm not ruling the other things out. Just because, like we all just said, Loki. We already knew what Loki was even before the comics, but he was supposed to be gender neutral. But they introduced Loki as a man throughout the Marvel movies and shit like that. So what's to say? So that's why I say it could be a possibility of female Loki, because now they just now introducing like new characters or alternate characters that wasn't originally what they were supposed to be. Like that wasn't the original of what they were.
Right.
They differ from what they originally were. And don't get me wrong, I don't dislike it, and I don't disagree with it, because like the thing is, I would accept all these new things if you could explain it correctly. That's what Marvel can sometimes do. That's what Marvel can sometimes do, explain it correctly and give us a good reason behind it. But they also have multiple possibilities. That's what I love about Marvel. DC, they give you probably like 1, 2, 3 possibilities, and you could darn near figure out it's either one of the three.
Yeah, but it's all cliffhangers with DC.
Yeah, it's cliffhangers. It's cliffhangers. But with Marvel, they explain it. They leave you with a cliffhanger, like with the first episode. Let's throw into.
I think Marvel is
just
more satisfying with its conclusions to certain things.
I was
because DC
I was still trying to prove. I'm still talking. I was still talking. It's okay. I'm gonna be able to finish without you interrupting, because that's like the 3rd or 4th time you've done it.
I'm just adding on to your point, just like I would with True or anyone else there.
I will tag you in a minute, big fella. I will tag you in a minute, but let me say what I said before I lose the aneurysm.
It's okay, Sonic. It's okay, bro.
It's okay, bro. I just can't breathe over here. I can't use up all my oxygen. I gotta be able to say what I gotta say, then breathe again. I'm sorry.
I'm so done.
I'm so done with this man, bro.
I do. I should take over here, bro. I gotta conserve my air. I'm big, big fella. I got. There you go. There you go. Anyway,
eat his mic. Gonna inhale everything.
Oh.
Heck yeah, I'm over here hungry like anything. But no.
Anyway, right.
Back to the point. What I was trying to say was like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, like, Marvel do prove their points about a lot of things and stuff like that, but they also, like I said, in the first episodes of anything they release, or any first movie or second movie they release, they leave you on a cliffhanger. But when they come out with another episode or another movie, they explain it by the time, when they come out with another one, or come out with a different movie, because they have rebooted some stuff. Don't get me wrong. And like, but Sonic keep getting sidetracked because he keep interrupting. Dang
it! I forget about
bad ADC.
I love you.
I'm so dead.
Sonic, dog.
Sonic, will you please stop? Just
I'm
once.
done.
You done? You sure? You agitating right now. Let me finish what I got to say, then I'll be done with the whole stream. I won't say nothing else. Just let me finally get my words out. That's it. Thank you. Anyways, like I was trying to say, basically all I was trying to say was it's endless possibilities, but when they do give you the endless possibilities, they'll give you one that you never thought of or a scenario that you didn't think of, and then you be like, oh, damn, I didn't think of that. And then it sometimes may end up good, it may sometimes end up bad. Because like with Falcon Winter Soldier, with the first episode, they left you with cliffhangers. But then by the time of the end of the series, they gave you everything they needed to explain to you so you could understand what was going on. So they might do the same thing with this one.
Right.
WandaVision also too. That was another. That's another good thing too, because they also gave endless possibilities with that, and then they gave a different possibility than what you was expecting, and it was something that you had to ponder and think about, and you was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Because Marvel explains stuff more clearly than most people, and they explore endless possibilities, and they always twist it on you at the last second. So I want to see what they go do with this one. It's already got me hooked. I'm more hooked than what I was with Falcon Winter Soldier and WandaVision. So I want to see how they do with this one. And that's all I have to say. I'm done for the rest of the stream. I'm gonna listen. I just don't want to say nothing else because I feel I'm gonna be interrupted. So that's my point.
No, I was just chiming in. I wasn't trying to talk over.
No, I'm good.
I'm good. But like I like that point that you made, because like to be perfectly honest, like you think about DC, and look at Marvel. The thing is about DC, and we talk about this every time we do these. We always compare Marvel and DC. The fun thing for me, like Marvel characters are so flawed, which makes them so lovable and relatable. Is what I'm trying to use. I'm down. I was like, okay, damn. That's like, oh, like Tony Stark, he has a drinking problem. He has a ego problem. Captain America's a man out of time. So it's like some people feel like that sometimes. And so what's going on with Loki? Like going back to Loki, he think he's this higher power, and now he finds out that he's not this higher power, and now he's like, what am I supposed to do? You know, it's so much stuff we got to think about. But Son, what you about to say? You make your point, bro. I thought you wanted to say something.
No, I didn't have a point to make. I literally was just chiming in with Josh.
The first one was to chime in. The second one was not. Anyways, Mike, you got something you want to say?
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with the bubblegum.
You talking about the blue bubblegum from the kid and stuff who gave it to him and stuff like that? Yeah, that left us on a cliffhanger too, but you may never know who it could be. That's why I say it's an endless possibilities.
Because they were saying it was a hint to like, I can't remember, like a troll or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was something like that. I just don't remember what it was. But like I said, because again, the next episode do come out. Because by the time I put this video, it's probably gonna be next week sometime. But at the same time, I like I said, I'm liking Loki. I feel like it's the best thing they had on Disney Plus. And any last remarks before we end this off. Last remarks.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sonic.
They should show us a destroyed world. They should show us what happens if these time anomalies go on and like unhindered. What are they really fighting against?
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. I think that's a good thing they should add to that. Mike, you wanna go?
I'm over here trying to read about this bubblegum.
That he cheating.
See, okay.
He's trying to
That's a he cheating.
Pretty much what it's saying is Agent Mobius and his fellow TVA agents are first seen investigating the Nexus event in 1549 taking place in a cathedral in France. It is revealed that the murder scene lines up. Excuse me, hold on. lines up with others that the TVA have encountered. Though the crew are light on evidence, luckily for them, a young boy happens to run by the scene of the crime. When the child is asked for the identity of the perpetrator, I can't talk. He points towards the cathedral stained glass artwork of the devil. So, to address the question on everyone's mind, is this Mephisto? Loki's director, Kate Herron, says no, and that the devilish imagery is first and foremost to be an allegory to the god of mischief himself.
Okay.
And then in quotes it says that honestly it's just a super weird coincidence, like it's genuinely a reference to Loki. The horns, he was cast out of heaven, that's what it's a reference to.
My bad.
Loki's director
I know you're
may have
pretty
been
good.
playing coy here. It is still possible that she is indeed telling the truth in this case. It is revealed that Agent Mobius has been trying to track down another version of Loki. So it is very possible that a child saw the god of mischief horn appearance and mistook them for the devil himself. A 16th century child of France is less likely to know all things Norse mythology. So we can't really blame the kid for making an honest mistake. That said, there is still the potential for this artwork to be Mephisto. Imagery aside, Mobius even says, in quotes, the devil bearing fruit, upon retrieving the kablooey bubblegum from the young boy. More on that later. So yeah.
I mean, again, that's a great compelling argument. I really can't argue with that. But like I said,
Also,
go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this also proves truth. This could also prove Truth's point too about there being female Loki, because I don't know about y'all. Didn't Loki, like, when it came to the structure of anybody, he didn't even care when it came to kids too, right?
I think
he did what he had to do to get.
Yeah.
That was his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? So okay, that's the male Loki that we already know. Well, to say this could not be a female Loki that doesn't do that. There's a soft spot for kids. If that was, because let's be real, that was the other. If that was the Loki we know, don't you think he probably would have wiped out that kid instead of just giving him a gift?
Not necessarily, because he's got that little.
He probably would.
Plot. Of
Loki did say he had to do what he had to do, though.
He did say he had to do what he had to do. I'm not. Let's say if he probably not destroyed the kid, but he wouldn't give the kid a gift.
That terminal will give you
probably would scare the kid away. Or did something to where the kid can't never remember it.
The kid being at the murder scene was just a little bit too convenient too.
Yeah, that is a good
It says, this makes one wonder, what if Loki masqueraded as a child to mess with TVA? Loki is the god of mischief,
that's a good point.
He's quite accustomed to shape-shifting into other people. Perhaps the Phazon variant used this very skill here, taunting his pursuers without them even knowing it. This may even tie into Kid Loki, a version of the character from the comics, a possible variant that is rumored to make
I forgot about Kid Loki.
Yeah, propensity for shapeshifting made the reason why Loki is being hunted down so elusive in the first place, using his trickery to throw the TVA off his scent. There are limitless possibilities as to how the devil and his gum could affect Loki going forward, but it can't be denied that confection leaving Loki on the loose spells for certain trouble. Will the bubblegum actually go kablooey, or is this the god of mischief going to reveal himself to be Mephisto? Hopefully, Loki will answer the questions and more as the series progresses, but for now, fans can continue to watch and rewatch the series premiere now on Disney+.
Well, here's the thing that throws me off. That could be a good point, but if it's Kid Loki, can the Kid Loki shapeshift into a taller being?
Yes.
Yeah, he's shapeshifting.
Okay, so you think he shapeshifted to a human? Oh. I understand that. But what I was gonna say was, God. What I was gonna say was, did he shapeshift into an older version of himself? That's what I was gonna ask.
Okay, so if he travels through time, there is a big possibility that he got curious as to what his future self was doing, saw the image, can replicate the image, and is now using that image of his future self as
himself now. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say. Did he transform into his future self and using that as a scapegoat? If it is Kid Loki, can he transform into his future self? That's what I was trying to ask. Before I really interrupted.
Yeah, we did all kind of jumped on that.
And, what was it? Thor. Ragnarok?
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Where Thor went back to what's called Asgard. Quote saw his father and was trying to figure out why is he trying to honor Loki, and then come to find out it's not his dad, it's Loki.
Yeah. Before I forget, I was just looking at a list of things that you may not know about that movie. Apparently, a good 60-some-odd% of that movie was just fucking off the cuff. It was just not scripted.
I believe that.
Perfect example was that scene where they threw Loki at the guards.
Oh, Loki throwing guards.
Yeah, okay. That was not scripted. That was a moment that was just straight up just those two actors like having a bit of a goof. And when they brought it up in conversation, it was like, yeah, we could do that, and they just filmed it.
I do remember them bringing that up. But man, that's a good point. Though. I like that the whole gum and everything like that. So that's a valid.
That's what's throwing everything. That's also throwing a lot of people off. With that.
They were also talking about the orc that was on the side. It was supposed to be an ice giant, and they were saying there's a possibility that Loki may actually be trying to assemble a horde of ice giants to help him into whatever he's trying to do.
Like I said, there's endless possibilities.
Yeah, endless possibilities. Yeah,
and that's if you go back to the point I made, it's endless possibilities. This is why, because there's so many hints and like stuff that could lead to different scenarios. Like, you know how we talked about how this could lead to this scenario, like the scroll that Mike said. Now the kid and the bubblegum is another hint to something. It's like he put something. Everything different through the whole episode leads to different possibilities. But you don't know which one it could be, or it could be a whole different possibility you never thought of.
You will have to destroy them.
I really
Marvel has done
I
it
really
before.
feel like there might be a possibility that we may really get Mephisto in this.
It could be
It
a strong possibility too.
No, and the reason for that being is because of all the
Why is
actions
Sonic
that we
laughing
want
so
to
hard?
visit, you know what I'm saying?
Probably saw something on
No. And he keep bringing up Mephisto, and I'm like, yeah, right up there with Bigfoot and Santa Claus. Yeah, right.
I'm so done with this
Mephisto
man.
ain't real, big fella. I'm telling you, he's manufactured.
What you talking about? If Mephisto ain't real, that means Santa Claus ain't real. Come on, man.
I'm so dead.
So it's true. You believe there's a white man coming to your house with a red?
Heck no, nigga. Heck no. What you talking about?
So another black guy is coming to the hood to give kids gifts. All right.
No. That's the opposite, big fella. Around Christmas time.
How's that the opposite?
I'm telling you what he do. Dude,
Okay,
man,
all right.
come down
All
to
right,
the chimney, and he stuck. That's it.
That's solid. Bro,
You gonna hide your kid, hide your eyes.
They couldn't steal. That sound like a blood they couldn't steal, bro. What the world?
I hate this.
So guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoy our great discussion, the topic here about Loki. I don't know what to expect for episode 2, but I hope
What
it's
will
gonna
happen
be.
in episode 2? Will Sonic interrupt people again? Will Mike boot Sonic in the next stream? Find out next time on True Stream. Bye, guys.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, who won?
Nope.
No, wait. Let me end it.
I got an appointment with Joe because we're supposed to be playing.